Welcome to this special episode of Unfiltered with Jax and Stapleton. Today's episode is part 2 of our 2-part season 2 kickoff featuring Ashley, a breast cancer warrior. So buckle up and grab a box of tissues as you listen to the rest of Ashley's cancer story, a powerful journey of strength, faith, and resilience, coming to you from Studio 1224.
Unfiltered has begun. It's time for the calm and the crazy train. Even when they disagree, besties they remain. So buckle up, grab a coffee, a smoothie or a beer. Jackson Stapleton Unfiltered is finally here. Coming to you from 1224 in 3. Coming to you in 2. Straight, always real, raw fun. Coming to you from Studio 1224. Unfiltered has begun. Unfiltered has begun. It's time for the calm and the crazy train. Even when they disagree, besties they remain. So buckle up, grab a coffee, a smoothie or a beer. Jackson Stapleton Unfiltered is finally here. Cut!
Have you even once wondered how you got where you are? And what is the meaning of life for you and me? Have you even once asked, is this all there is, as you reached into space for answers as to what life should be?
All right, we're back with Ashley. She's doing a great job, by the way.
Thank you.
So you finished chemo. So what's next?
I finished chemo in May. Had to, was it earlier, April? I know surgery was May.
Right. It was in April.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just know the dates.
You're
Someone that was actually
awake.
No, she was sick. So, I mean, I could just,
I slept through most of my
yeah,
chemos.
you did. But it was finished in April.
And I had to wait 3 weeks.
Yes.
For my levels to come up a little bit in order to do surgery so that I had a chance at healing. And then I had my first surgery, which was a bilateral mastectomy. And
when you had that done, this was life-changing, obviously. This whole thing has been life-changing. But when you are actually having some things removed and replaced in a way for temporary purposes, like, how did that make you feel? Like, what is it that, I just need to know, like, was it a normal day-to-day? You just had to do something special every day because of you had this done?
I think that I don't think I processed everything that was happening. I had a lot going on in my life.
Yes.
So I didn't really, I just kept working and taking care of my kids. And so I didn't put a whole lot of, I put my trust in my doctors, but I don't think I thought about what it was going to be like to have my breast removed. And I didn't think it was going to be as hard as it was. I was nervous. I was scared about pain.
Yes.
You know, Dr. Koji, my plastic surgeon, you know, just let me know that I'd be fine. I'd have pain medication.
Which you don't like. So,
You know, I mean, I'll take it if I have to,
right.
but I don't like to take stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, I mean, I was out most of the day, I think. But then that evening, first time that the nurse took my garments off to check my drains that I had in place, that's when I lost it. I felt like I looked, I mean, I had now nothing.
And you don't have to, what size were you?
I think I was probably a C. But to go to having these huge scars across my chest.
Right.
And they were not only horizontal, but they were vertical. Being BRCA positive, they had to take the skin and all the tissue.
Oh my gosh.
So, and my nipple. So it was harder than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Was it harder for that or losing your hair? Because your hair always on
Her
point.
hair. Everything
Oh
in the
my
world to
gosh.
her.
My hair was very important to me.
It still
I'll tell
is.
you what, yeah. You were on point not having hair though. Because you had the face and everything. I'm like, she looks good. But
Thank you.
let's go back to that point when you started losing your hair. What was that?
Actually, I can tell you when she started to lose her hair.
And we all go to Darcy to get our hair done. And I remember
She's like took it like a champ when she started to wake up and find hair and all the things.
Was it just
she asked her daughter to
shave her?
I did it.
So Darcy didn't shave your.
No, she was going to.
Okay.
But it was around Christmas time.
a little before.
A little before. It was cold, and we were going to go do the lights with Darcy, and I was trying to style my hair, and all this hair ended up in the sink. And I thought, what am I doing?
Yeah.
This is it. I'm done. And my daughter came in, and I said, I think it's time to shave it. And she goes, right now? I'd already done my makeup.
Uh-huh.
And I said, yeah, right now. And she said, okay. So she took the clippers.
And kind of, I don't know, kind of an honor. Like, I'm going to do this for you, Mom. Yeah. I mean, a negative, but into a positive that she's going to remember that and that she shaved your head, but by God, my mom survived it. How cool is that?
Yes.
I mean,
she's probably the strongest 16-year-old I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
but to do that and for her, what was she, 15?
16 at the time.
Okay, so 16
she had just turned 16. Yeah.
But a 16-year-old doing that to her mom, wow. And what a brave young lady. What a brave young lady to do that.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
So
you had your makeup on, she shaved?
Yeah, we had hair everywhere.
Yeah.
There went all my hair. And yeah, you know, I mean, at that point, it was easier to rock a bald head.
Mm-hmm.
One doesn't realize how hot you are doing chemo.
Oh, huh.
I hated wigs.
Did you try the wigs?
I tried a hat wig.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a mess. I wasn't going to spend $900.
Oh my gosh.
You know, for a beautiful wig, which there's so many amazing wigs out there. I ordered one from a hat wig from Amazon. It was a mess. So I just went bald. Yeah.
Was it like a victory for you? Like, yeah, take my hair. I got this. What you got next? Come on, bring it on. Or did you feel defeated?
I think there was times I felt defeated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My hair was important to me.
Oh.
It made me, you know, it was very important to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's looking great, by the way. Yes, it is. So again, harder breasts or hair?
Both.
Your hair you see every day.
Mm-hmm.
Not having your breast sometimes makes you not feel like a woman.
There you go.
So that was hard.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. But I don't think you can comprehend that until you
So
all of a sudden don't have
it.
anything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or how distorted they then look
Mm-hmm.
when you have tissue expanders in place and you just kind of look crazy. You have to trust the process.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Trusting
how
the process.
You have, you said stretcher.
Yeah, so I have expanders in place right now. They do your first fill, and I don't know that it's typical, but they did my first fill the day that I had my surgery, and they placed mine are under the muscle. So they just filled it up with a little bit of saline, and then I had a little trouble healing. I had a spot that didn't heal that, so it took us about 6 weeks before we could do our first fill with me awake.
And is that something they just automatically do? So if you
If
don't
you
want
want,
it,
if you want
if you-
reconstruction,
Gotcha.
some doctors will do immediate reconstruction.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many different types of reconstruction out there. My plastic surgeon doesn't do immediate reconstruction, and it's a tissue expander. And then,
How painful is that? Because it sounds
Mm.
horrible.
It was painful. But I think you're stronger than you think you are.
Mm-hmm.
And I think maybe I had a high pain tolerance. I wouldn't want to do it again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Especially when you don't get to use your arms for
So,
the first 6 weeks.
Let's talk a little bit about that, because even when you were getting fillers
I did mine every 2 weeks.
2 weeks but after the surgery, you can't be on your side. So tell me, like, what did you have to do in order to sleep?
I slept on a wedge pillow, like I was a dead body.
Wow. So you couldn't move your
allowed.
arms at all for
So you couldn't move them past your waist.
Okay.
So I was like this.
Mm-hmm.
That was hard because you don't realize what you use your arms for.
Right.
Getting yourself, yeah. And I'm
Hey.
already, T-Rex. So, when you're little and you can't reach anything, I slept on a wedge pillow. And you're so afraid of doing any kind of
Something,
damage that you keep yourself still. Especially when you have drains in place, last thing you want to do is rip a drain out. And there's just a tiny little stitch that holds those drains in.
And you're working this whole time.
I did.
You didn't take any time off.
I took 2 weeks after surgery, but during chemo, no, I worked from the chemo unit that I was in. I would bring my laptop, set up, I'd work. When the Benadryl kicked in, I'd shut my laptop, take a nap, and then
Was working your choice? Like
yes.
Is there anything out there for people that
way.
No.
you have to continue on?
So
with
I
your
mean,
daily
unless
life?
you have somebody who can pay your bills,
Right. I mean, you have cancer, but life doesn't stop.
It doesn't stop, but I think the good part is, I think if she handled it in a different way to where she wasn't working and keeping busy,
Mm-hmm.
it might have been a harder time,
For sure.
because she could still go see her coworkers who she loves. She could still do the things that she needed to do.
And thinking the pain and the sickness
At
that you're
home
trying
for
to
the
focus.
2 weeks, I mean, she would
Yeah.
still log on and work, but when you got tired, and she just had to go to sleep. But that kept her muscles very strong up here,
Yeah.
And work's always been important to me.
Yes.
But my work team was so phenomenal. They knew when I didn't feel good.
Yeah.
They knew if I felt like getting sick or, if I wasn't eating. And I knew I could go home if I needed to.
Mm-hmm.
But the way I looked at it was I was going to be sick no matter what.
Yeah.
So I could either be sick working or I could be sick and miserable by myself at home.
Right.
So I might as well go to work.
Yeah.
They made me, my friends and family, and when I say friends and family, my work is part of my family.
Yeah.
They kept me going. I couldn't have done it without the team of people that I had in my life.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people out there who don't have that.
Have that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there were times that when I was there, you would see people getting treatment by themselves. And it truly does break your heart. And maybe that's something that they chose. So I had to use the, devil's advocate real fast in situations because it did make me, tear up at times when I would see that. And you're talking like seniors, and I'm just like,
What's their story?
yeah, what's their story?
Yeah.
And it made me sad.
Yeah. I wonder if there's like a volunteer, like people volunteer to sit with others. Like, but I don't know. I just
They have people that go around and like talk to you,
Bring snacks.
bring snacks.
Yeah, the dogs.
I was going to say, yeah, the dogs would be.
Yeah, there's,
Huge.
which I'm an animal lover.
Yeah.
So having a dog come and plop their head in your lap when you're sitting there
Mhm.
getting, drugs pumped into you, it was so cute.
Yeah.
They were so sweet.
They were sweet dogs, but
And they know what you're going through. I believe
Yeah.
that. I
Oh,
believe that.
100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't have any pets, which is fine.
You need a cat.
What's
You see-
wrong with
you
you?
see her with a cat.
lady.
I look like a cat lady. I mean, I've had never mind. We're
Right,
gonna keep this PG. Keep it PG.
You have a squirrel.
So where we are now, you had your reconstruction. Well, you've had your expanders and stuff. Am I saying it right?
Yes.
Now we are in October. So it's been almost a year that you found out.
Yeah.
You have definitely come a long way for yourself and have stayed very, very strong. You may have had your moments, but for the most part, it all has been beneficial for you in a very positive way. She has stayed completely positive with things and knows exactly what it is that she needs to do next.
You mentioned there was a treatment. Was it your last treatment? Red Devil?
Yeah, the red devil.
The Red
Red
Devil.
Devil.
Mhm.
It was literally red.
Yes.
They call what was the purpose of the Red Devil at that time?
And that was like the last treatment,
the
was it?
name or
No, I know the name. I know they call it because it's pretty brutal with
yeah.
Was that like the ending of the treatment?
So that was I did 2 rounds of chemo, meaning like 2 types.
Mhm.
So I had my first set, and then my last set of treatment was the Red Devil, and it's just more brutal kind of next step of what else can we throw at this cancer, and it's bright red. They even warn you the next time you go to the bathroom, it's going to be bright red.
Red.
Yeah, so don't freak
And
out.
is that the last treatment?
So that was the last. Yeah, that was. Some people do that first.
Mhm.
I think it kind of depends on their type of cancer, their oncologist, what their regimen is. So I did my first set, and then I did the Red Devil.
Yeah, the Red Devil.
And then after that, when do you ring the bell?
I
The last one.
Yeah,
The
ring
last-
the bell on the last one.
How did that feel?
Bittersweet.
Family was there. Friends were there.
Jackie was there. My other best friend, Darcy, was there. My mom. And then in spirit, my dad was there.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. She went through a lot within this year, full circle year, since the 9th is, around the corner. Yeah. So
And I was on the other end when Jax would go and spend the time with you. Then she would report back to me, even though I'm not her best friend. So I'm glad you did that.
If you had to do it, if you had to do chemo, I'd be there right by your side too.
But where I'm going with this is, so I would ask, could I reach out to Ashley? When you're going through that, what kind of, like, do you want people to reach out? Or like people come out of the woodworks and say, we're thinking of you, Ash? I mean, what do you do? What does a person do if you're not, best friends with them and they're going through this? Is it better to leave them alone, let them just do their treatment? Do you reach out? Do you want it? I mean,
I think you know your people.
right.
I personally loved when people would reach out.
Mm-hmm.
You gave me an amazing gift of, some stones that I could keep with me. Your card was amazing. Like, it just, those kinds of things touch you. I had coworkers bring me meals. Jackie would show up with smoothies, make sure my mom and I had something to eat while we were doing treatment.
Yeah. The days that I didn't be there, I wasn't there the whole day, I would bring them something, a snack.
Yeah.
Snacks.
Darcy would make sure I had magazines and, funny stories of the kids. And I had people.
Did you ever help?
The prayers.
The prayers.
Like, the prayers were incredible. That there were so many people, the love that people showed me on Facebook.
Was there people reaching out to you that you didn't even know, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom's coworkers.
Mm-hmm.
My best friend Nikki did a
fundraiser
and raised money for me. I think what, people don't think about what it does cost. And I have been a part of groups that women have been kicked out of their treatments.
What?
Because they couldn't pay their medical bills.
Wow.
And then at that point, you get kind of passed on to a hospital that's, non-for-profit, and they'll treat you there.
What the heck?
Our government right there. You should be freaking ashamed of yourself.
That is insane.
You have to think about all of your bills that you still have to pay. Now the medical bills that are rolling in. I had people donating money to me that I've never met. Sending cards just to tell me that they are praying for me. It was incredible, the people who showed up for me. And I can't imagine not having those people in my corner. I can't imagine doing this alone.
Yeah.
Because there are people out there who are doing it alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Show up for your people.
Yeah.
A gift card. I got gift cards to order pizza because you know what? There was days I couldn't come up with a meal for my family, let alone stand and cook a meal. So we would order pizza. Mm-hmm. Whatever it was.
Every little thing helps.
Makes a difference.
Helps people. It's just heartbreaking that some people get cut off because they can't.
Unbelievable.
It is.
Yeah, I don't think people realize treatments change for people who have insurance.
And you have insurance.
I have insurance. I'm grateful. My employer's amazing. But the people who don't, the care is not the same.
Unbelievable. I'm shocked right now.
It is shocking.
Very
it's
disappointed.
Sad. But what we could do is whenever we, how you and I give, it is important for us to continue to give people that are in need, even when it is maybe, it's not like we're millionaires, but we definitely know when somebody needs help and help them. And I would hope that anybody that is listening to this takes that into consideration every single time because every little bit helps. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a specific number and or money. It could be meals, like, Ashley mentioned. It could be anything. Just help people. So imperative right now, especially with the world today.
Yeah.
You are at a point now where we went through all the things of what makes you happy with the people that helped you. It gave you all kinds of warm, I guess, warmed your heart fully. What's up next, Ashley?
So at the end of the month, I get to do implant exchange. So they'll remove the tissue expanders and place implants.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is that another round that you have to take a couple of weeks off? Or what is the recommended time that you should take off?
As much time as your body needs.
You're not going to be stubborn about it, are you?
I'm going to take 2 days. That's my goal. 2 days off. And then I'm either going to go back to the office by Wednesday, or I'm going to work from home for 3 days. I've heard this round is not as brutal.
Good.
Yeah.
You're already numb for the most part. I can't really feel my chest.
Uh-huh.
They go through incisions that they've already used. So you're probably even more numb.
Gotcha.
You just have restrictions.
Yeah.
And I sit at a desk. So.
But are you going to follow the restrictions?
Yes.
We have it on recording. We have it recorded.
My plastic surgeon would appreciate you too.
We'll just go ahead and grab that snippet and send it to them. Well, you actually have, I never even thought about it, to be honest with you, that this was October. And it's been almost a year for her.
Wow. Yeah.
And here we are, I remember when you and I were, when we were getting our readings, and we bought
Let's go bring that up.
the crystals and stuff
Yep.
for Ashley,
Yep.
and definitely had you fully in our prayers at that time.
I think that's the first thing you asked about.
Yeah.
To the reader.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we were on a search for some rocks.
We were on a search, but
And they stayed with me every treatment.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it is just, the little things. And I am a firm believer in crystals and all of the things. And you can judge me all you want. I don't care. I like holistic healing and things like that. So I do believe it does work.
Yes. And did you like have I Love Lucy in the background when you're at home feeling like crap? I mean,
Listen, she's too young to know who I Lucy is.
did you have Ellen?
Did that
Friends.
See,
Did you have
those
friends?
What are you thinking? Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the
Lots of Law and Order.
Yeah.
2020, 60 minutes.
Listen, there was no
So-
humor.
I was
like no comedy in
Figuring
her.
out how to hide a body, those
Yeah.
kinds of things.
She loves all that criminal stuff like I do. So yeah, it's how did they hide the body
Right.
and all of
Right.
that.
Right.
And she loves scary movies. It's crazy.
What was your turning like your faith in all this?
I've always believed in God, but I had to just give it up and realize that there's some things out of our control. I'm a control freak. Jackie.
Yes. Put that on
But
record.
I had to.
We're gonna have segments. Cut that. Put it all in one.
I had to just believe that what was going to happen was going to happen, and that God would get me through it. And, that I was going to see my kids grow up.
Yeah.
That
That's
was
one thing with anybody that you're close to, that you even through the toughest times, you've got to encourage to keep the faith and visualize, like we just talked about. And there were times that Ashley had some serious moments of just down in the dumps. And I would text, you got to keep the faith. You want to see your children grow up. You want to see your grandchildren, which again, as we mentioned earlier, she is going to be a grandmother.
Mimi.
A Mimi. I call her Graham Cracker. But it is something that we need to encourage our friends that go through this, of what it is that keeping the faith and the visual.
I remember when I think it was last year, I was getting my mammogram and I was sitting in the office and I'm looking around.
Yep.
I think I called you or texted you.
Did.
And I said, every year we're getting these done and we have the possibility of getting that news.
Mm-hmm.
And
It scared you.
It scares me. And I
Yeah.
texted you, I think, and I said, I'm scared to death. And I didn't have a lot, it's just a regular checkup, but I was like, I can't imagine how Ashley felt going in there. And I said, sitting in that chair was a whole different level. And it was because of your situation. And I was like, look,
Yeah.
Luke,
Every single time
every
is always,
time,
we're going to
yeah.
always think about Ashley.
and other people that are sitting in there and they're
Yeah.
getting the test results and how scary. And it's so very important to get checked, to do it regular,
Yes, 100%.
preventive maintenance, basically.
Yeah. We check our
Everything.
cars.
Yeah.
We do things to keep our vehicles going.
Mm-hmm.
We have to do the same thing
With
with
our bodies,
ourselves.
yeah.
We have to fuel ourselves in ways that support our bodies. I do think that holistic stuff, I'm modern medicine all the way. But I also believe that there's great holistic
Yes.
medicine out there. And I think that our food, how we're fueling our body, helps. And I think that seeing doctors help. You have to do your colonoscopies,
Mm-hmm.
do your mammograms, have your skin checked for skin cancer. Because the last thing you want to do is go through chemo or have to tell your children that you're not going to see them be adults
Mm-hmm.
because you didn't believe in that. You didn't want to go do that. So I think you have to advocate for yourself.
Yes.
As scary as it is, go do it.
Yeah.
Because mammograms don't hurt.
And they're so quick now.
They're so
Yeah.
fast.
So quick.
So fast. And yes, they squeeze you and they pull you and whatever. They put you in, it's awkward. I think it's so awkward having someone stand there and grab your boob and adjust you. Yeah. It's
like,
so weird.
There might be some flashbacks for me. It's some roughness. Oops. I'm so sorry.
But it's minutes
Yeah.
that could save your
That
life.
could save your
Could
life.
save your
It's
life.
absolutely just this long. So I think too, when people think of cancer and they hear that word, it scares the fuck out of them, right? It scares them.
Yeah.
So, growing up, I'm not going to use any years, but growing up, I mean, that was definitely
She's old.
yes, it was definitely the red devil as a whole. And it's something that, whoa, she has cancer. It's kind of like
everybody thought it was a
she's
death sentence.
yeah, it's like
And
that's
it's
and
not-
it's not
it's
anymore.
not,
It
yeah.
is a lot of things have changed. There's a lot of things available for people but I think you're right when it comes to nutrition. We have to feed our bodies what it actually deserves. You can't eat any more of your Oreo cookies.
I have not.
No more sour milk. But
No.
we like to have fun and have, I like a Cheeto every once in a while, and that's okay. But we really do have to pay attention to what it is that we're giving our body.
Yep.
During this whole process of life.
Did you
And
change
you don't learn it until you're an adult,
Right.
like real true adult. Like you and I talk about, we're in our 50s and we're like adulting right now,
Right.
which sucks. But
It's adulting.
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 Adulting. Yeah.
Yeah. What
So
were-
did your diet change quite a bit?
I take more vitamins.
Mm-hmm.
I make sure to get my greens in, and but I feel like I've always been
She's always
semi-healthy eater.
Yeah, you
Mm.
cook healthy. She
Mhm.
cooks healthy. It's
Mm.
like always a vegetable. It will either be like ground turkey. I mean, it's rare for it to be beef. She's just fruits, vegetables is a plus. But you have your moments as just as much as I do. That every once in a while, it's okay to have a slice of pizza.
Yeah.
Things like that. You can't deprive yourself. But, if you are eating Twinkies every day, it's probably not good.
Not healthy. Yeah.
Let's not do that.
Yeah, and I think there's studies out there that say that sugar feeds cancer. I don't know. I don't know how one way or the other it can't be great for us. So I think a balance.
Mm-hmm.
You can't give up everything and go on this strict diet thinking that you're going to keep yourself from getting cancer.
Yeah, 100%.
There's no way to do that. And that's not a way to live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We do have to live our life.
You do.
Mhm.
And I think that's the one lesson that I learned was, live like you are dying. Because tomorrow's not promised. We're not all guaranteed tomorrow. So what do we want to do today?
Yeah.
What would that be?
I don't know. I would love to hit your neighbor's car
Oh yeah.
because he's loud all the time.
Yeah. Yep. There he goes.
That would be my number one thing I want to do before the end of the day. No? No, I agree with you. I always said that you cannot hold on to things that you want to do in life and say, I'll get to it next year.
Do it now.
And I unfortunately have been working so much that I am doing that.
Right.
And I need to stop because it's got to do things.
Take the
matter.
vacations.
Take
Yeah.
the vacations. Go see the people
Go
that
to the
you want.
movie.
Go see the people you want to see.
Yeah.
And again, we don't take our parents for granted,
Right.
right? And we see our parents. You call, and I go over and see them every Sunday, and it's something that they deserve
Yes.
right now. So they work their asses off raising my family, and they deserve to be treated with respect and kindness. So that's one thing I definitely keep it is, on Sundays, you're like, what time are you going to go to your parents?
Yep.
I tell her every single time what time, and it doesn't ever change, but she still asks me the same question. Same time.
Might change.
Nah. Because my parents like to eat early. They don't like to eat late
Yes. Yeah.
because they like to snack on M&Ms and shit like that through the day.
I mean, you have to take it.
Yeah.
You have to have those snacks.
Yeah. So as we close for, with our wonderful guest, you gave some good advice on not giving up, on just don't take today for granted. Is there anything else that you would like to add into that as well?
Just support your people. Support other people that you don't know. And just remember, you don't know what they're going through. Encourage your friends to have their mammograms. Nikki,
Oh. Term.
Yeah.
those kinds of people,
Yeah.
tell them.
Tell the people
show
that
up
they'll
for your
do-
people.
Yeah.
Offer to go with them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I had amazing support,
You did.
and no one wanted me to go at it alone. So find your people.
Yeah. I was definitely, there was probably times that I said, I'm coming,
Mm-hmm.
because you shouldn't be alone. I know that there was times that my best friend, Julie, probably was alone at times going through some things, but she definitely had family. But I wish I was there as much as I could be there for Ashley. So these are things that it is not something that you would ever give up, and I would do for anybody in my life.
Well, it was amazing because you knew I was going to sleep at times,
Mm-hmm.
and I never, had to. My biggest thing is I didn't want to have to entertain anyone, but I didn't want you to feel like you guys had to stop your lives
Yeah.
to come sit with me,
Yeah.
and yet somebody was always there with me. If it wasn't you, it was Darcy. If it wasn't Darcy, it was my mom, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
Did you guys talk and say, okay, I got this day, I got this day? Did you
Yeah.
guys?
We would coordinate.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, I didn't even have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't ever know. But I would work.
Mhm.
I would just
You'd
work.
sit there and work,
Sit
yeah.
there and work. I knew she was going to sleep.
Yeah.
I mean, it
But
was
just knowing somebody's
rightfully
there.
so with
Yeah.
everything that she was going to go through, but she wasn't going to be alone.
Yeah.
And no one was going to let her be alone. So, first time I think she was a little stubborn wanting to drive herself, but I think she ended up being okay with people driving you.
After that, yes.
Yeah.
After that
Yeah.
first
I
time.
did. I think I realized it wasn't just about me. It was about you guys too, and what you guys were experiencing.
Yeah.
It's, so I think, I had to let people in and say, okay, fine, you could pick me up. You
It
could
was
drive
okay.
me.
It's
It was
that,
fine.
that thing that she talked about earlier about control.
Yeah.
Oh,
She
yeah.
had to let that go.
Yeah.
So, and that's okay. She's still the same person. She still has control. It's just that time frame. She just needed to kind of just take that Zen time and take care of herself and let us figure out
Figure it
all
out.
the other things.
What kind of checkups do you have to do now?
So now, it's different because I am BRCA positive.
Mm-hmm.
So, December, I'm having my ovaries removed.
Oh, you are.
Um,
Not because you have anything, just preventive.
yeah, it's preventative.
Okay.
And not something I want to do. But I also don't want to deal with ovarian cancer.
Mhm.
So my oncologist made me promise that I would have it done by the end of the year, first of next year. So
Mhm.
I'm getting it done.
Good.
And then I start seeing the dermatologist for melanoma. I will see another doctor for the pancreatic cancer. And, then I just see my breast surgeon yearly just to make sure I don't have anything else going on.
So once you beat it, you just have to keep on going.
It doesn't
Sure.
end,
It doesn't.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no, you got to stay on top.
And it's
of
hard not
things.
to be freaked out. And, you have every ache and you're like, oh gosh,
Oh God, what is that?
this?
Yeah.
Yes. But I have people who keep me in check and say, okay, it could be nothing,
Right.
But I also think you have to really listen to
Yeah,
yourself.
your body.
When you know something's wrong,
Mm-hmm.
don't let somebody tell you that it's not until you know it's not.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not crazy. Listen to your body.
Mhm.
You know your body more than your doctors do.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's something about that.
Yeah.
And, don't give up on hope that we find a cure, that we find better testing. Donate if you can, if that's financially, if that's donating your time. There's walks that you can join, put a group together.
Yes.
I think that those are really
Mhm.
important because we're never going to find a cure for it if there's not testing.
Do you think there's a cure, or do you not? Because a lot of people say it's a money-making deal.
I think that there's a lot to say about the amount of money that physicians make. But I also think they give a lot
Mm-hmm.
to that. Does somebody have the cure out there? Maybe. Maybe the drug companies.
I don't know. We'll see.
I
would think it was something that we would have.
I think there's
experienced.
really good testing coming. As part of a study that is happening. There's studies everywhere. So they took tissue from my original surgery. Then they would draw blood every few weeks. And then they took tissue from my mastectomy. Then I just did my last round of blood a couple weeks ago, and they are testing. It's in, I believe, the second round of clinical trials right now to be able to detect it through your blood. So a simple blood draw can tell them if you have breast cancer that's too small to see on imaging.
Wow.
That right there could save so many lives.
Mhm.
And that's what we need more funding for.
Yes.
We need to be able to detect things earlier. Men who carry the genetic gene are at risk for aggressive prostate cancer, very aggressive prostate cancer. And there needs to be more testing on that, because who do we forget about when it comes time to the gene?
Yes.
We forget about the men.
Right. Yeah.
It's true.
So tell your men in your lives, are you checking? Are you seeing issues? You know, those are the conversations people need to be having.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's
Same.
great advice.
Yes.
100%.
Are you going to, when you get done, volunteer? What's your?
I would love to volunteer.
Yeah, I can see you being very good at that.
You know, I had an older woman. I had a breakdown getting lab work. They had stuck me 4 times, couldn't get blood, and I sobbed, and I was exhausted. And she came over and she put her hand on my arm and she said, "You'll get through this." And I think that it meant a lot to me. I don't know what she was going through. Obviously, she was going through treatment.
That little act of kindness.
It meant a lot. And I knew I'd get through it, but just to have somebody see that I was struggling. Yeah, I think that, you know, those volunteers, they've all gone through something, or know somebody who has. And I think just even donating your time. I mean, I'd be good at carrying around a snack bag and
Yeah.
if anything.
You
You'd be
are
great with
hungry?
your dog.
Are you hungry?
Right.
Would you like a snack? I'd be like, you can have it in here. I won't touch it.
Yeah.
Did you ever feel germophobic during treatment?
No, I didn't. They did very well with stuff. So, no. As soon as I got in my car, though, it'd be like,
Yeah.
it's all good. But no, it was fine. It was clean. It was a clean place. So, they take very good care of people there. So, I think this is actually going to wrap up this lovely interview, our first interview for our season 2.
Season 2.
So, Ashley, thank you so much for coming and sharing your story with us. We hope that it does open up the eyes of other people, and you know, just go do it. Go get go get pancaked.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. Everything will be fine. And keep the vigil and just be kind.
And know your family history.
Know your family history.
Ask your
Yeah.
family.
Ask your family. Got it. And Stapleton, do you have any last words?
I just want to say I think you're a badass. Man, just hearing the stories of what you went through, and Jax would tell me, and I would just be like, "Oh my God,
Yeah,
she is
it's a lot.
Wow." So
Thank you.
you're a great role model for others that are going through this.
Yeah.
Couldn't have done it without you guys.
Thank you for sharing your story with us, and we will probably get some updates with her ongoing with the surgery that's coming up next, and we'll make
And we
sure.
we can have her back, and if you want to come back,
Absolutely.
Say-
because I'm sure because you hear stories and then you never hear
How
ever
they
again.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, if we just
we'll have
will-
her back for
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely. Get updates, and
Yeah, we'll get some updates, but
you can show off your girls.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Oh boy, here we
We
go.
could have a white T-shirt contest.
Okay. Anyway, so I think we're going to wrap it up for now. And until then, until the next time, be kind and, help people, give them a smile or two. And what else?
Get them you're going to be okay.
Gonna be
Yes.
okay.
You're going to be okay.
Yep. 100%. Positive vibes, people. Until next time, peace out.
Deuces.
Special thanks to our special guest and dear friend Ashley. Thank you for sharing your story with our Unfiltered viewers. The Mayo Clinic recommends annual screening mammograms for women over 40. For those at high risk, the clinic advises a personalized screening plan, which may include more frequent mammograms or other tests like breast MRI or molecular breast imaging. Additionally, women are encouraged to perform regular breast self-exams and report any new or persistent changes to a healthcare provider. Thank you again for tuning in to hear the rest of Ashley's story. Please come back next week for another episode of Jax and Stapleton. And be sure to keep checking those tatas. Ta-ta for now.